what is energy?
Yeah, good question. It's the thing that powers our lives. So everything that we do uses energy. You know, from our smartphones to our computers to the lights to when we heat and cool our house, all the transportation, we use our cars or the trains, planes, and ships that deliver our goods. Even this TV program is all powered by energy.
The problem with energy is taught as something that exists in the physics lab. To me, energy is about everything. When I'm washing dishes, I'm thinking about energy. I'm thinking about energy 24/7. Hot water cleans better than cold water. Why? It's got more energy. Scrubbing off the food particles, well, that's physical energy. The soap as an emulsifier is chemical energy. And it certainly exists to run our economy. Our economy is totally dependent upon energy in ways that people barely recognize.
It's so essential, and it's a huge part of our daily lives. It's the biggest industry in the world. When you think of oil, natural gas, electricity, all of those combined, it is the biggest industry in the world, so it kind of touches everything that we do.
During my lifetime, we've increased the energy use in the world by 8 times. From 1300 to 1750, half of all economic activity was to get the energy to run the other half of the economy. And some people, kings and dukes, were rich, but most people were dirt poor. I mean, you invest 1 and get back 2. Coal came along and you got moved up to 5 to 1, and then oil came along and you moved up to 20 to 1. And we became rich. Most people didn't have to do drudge labor to get the energy to run the rest of society. I mean, a guy sits in an air-conditioned tractor listening to his favorite music and being computer guided and makes enough food for 10,000 people. What a difference oil has made. We are so rich and so powerful and so bloody arrogant because our muscles are so much bigger with oil.
We live on a planet which has greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. We are grateful to those greenhouse gases because they keep the temperature of the planet at a level which supports life as we know it. Extracting, processing, and combusting fossil fuels is increasing the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. And what this does is simply increase the capacity of our atmosphere to retain heat.
Yes, so when we look at sustainability in terms of energy, we can see finite resources such as coal, such as oil that we're using up, and these resources are depleting. But it's not just about the fact that they're not going to be there forever. It's also that these resources tend to have health and well-being impacts, causing climate change as well as local pollution.
So when I say climate change, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Existential panic.
Well, it's the biggest news that humanity has to face right now.
Water scarcity, extreme weather events, foreboding for the future.
A looming reality that we should definitely pay attention to.
It's like hell on earth here in the Rogue Valley. I mean, when that thick smoke comes in, it's like you literally can't go outside to be safe.
It evokes a lot of big emotions in me. It's scary. I think that's just like my initial knee-jerk reaction is to say that I find it to be very scary.
It feels like, I'm compromising all the time.
We should be cooperating to confront the issue and give up on a blunder that we didn't know was a blunder, running all these engines.
It's going to have to be a transition to renewable energy, solar power, wind power.
We have tremendous potential in the state and are producing solar, we're producing wind. About half of our electricity is actually hydro. We're looking at renewable hydrogen, our geothermal options, and we're looking at offshore wind.
It's far more sustainable and a better choice for all, but we need to change the systems, so we're working to those systems. At the moment, we have the infrastructure very much for non-renewable energy. It's about balancing the social, economic, and environmental impacts, whether they're positive or negative, and understanding all those contributions around society, economy, and the environment. Why are we making these decisions? Can we learn from decisions we've made in the past where we've caused pollution, where we've had a negative impact on society? The planet will go on without us, so it's up to us to decide what role we want to have on this planet.